Hello, I am Abdulaziz Junaid, and I will talk about TreeShade software. It's an extension for Adobe InDesign and Adobe Bridge, and it's totally free. You can install from Adobe Exchange website, write exchange.adobe.com, and search in Creative Cloud for the software. It's called TreeShade. After installing, you will have in Adobe Bridge TreeShade menu, and before that TreeShade will ask you to create a root folder for your project. Here I have this root folder TRST, and in this session we will talk about content management system for creating content in dynamic way using elements in nesting way. Like here you can select an element and you can add a new element to produce this web page, and also to produce InDesign document like this. All this produced automatically depending on the content management system in this online form. You have here the element, and you have preview here on the right and editing on the left. So let's start from scratch. Let's go to workshop folder where you're supposed to create and edit your project files, and let's create a new folder. Let's name content management system, CMS. Open. Now we have empty folder. At first let's create a folder called items. And inside called items. Okay, and inside the folder let's create three primary items: title and paragraph and photo. So from TreeShade menu you will have a new command called the new. Select plane here, and let's name the item title. Okay, now right click on the title and select open paired folder for the content of the title. TreeShade will create a folder called title beside the text file and browse inside it. Now we want to create text file for the content of the title. Plain. Let's name text, the title text. Okay. Now here the bird file will have the rendering structure of this folder. double click on the title.txt, click no for this message, open paired folder, because we want to edit the text file itself. And here let's write h1 heading, h1 tag, and here inside let's write ts tag for placing the content of the folder. Inside ts tag we want to place, so write place at the end of the tag, and here at the beginning write the relative path to the content, which is the folder name as the file name. So write fn file name. This is a variable for the pure file name title, and inside we have text file, so write text, and you can use regex.plus. Okay, and let's put this inside the div. Okay, let's create element for the paragraph. Let's name paragraph, and right click on the text file, select open paired folder to create the folder and browse it. Okay, now inside paragraph create plain text. Let's name also text. Let's change the content to a placeholder for the paragraph. This is a paragraph. Okay. And also let's copy the content of the paired file of the title. Let's copy the content and put inside the text file for rendering paragraph. Open paired folder, no, so the text file itself opened, and here we need to change h1 to p, to paragraph tag. Okay, now let's make element for photo. So a new plain file, its name photo. Right click on the photo, select open paired folder to create and open, and here inside photo folder let's put a placeholder for the photo, any photo, copy, put here, and its name uploaded, because the end user will upload this file. We named uploaded, And now here, let's copy the structure of paragraph or title. Open build folder, no. And here, instead of paragraph, we want image. So, and let's cut the TS tag. Let's put here image src source equal, and inside the double quotations let's put the TS tag, and here the method not placing the file, but to place the URL of retrieved file. And instead of text, let's write uploaded. Okay. And let's close the image tag, but before that, let's add width equal, let's say 20%. Okay. Now we have three essential items, and to make the nesting behavior, we need to make item that reference back in its content to one of these items. So let's create a new item, a new plane. Let's name container. Container, okay. And here let's copy the paragraph. So right click on paragraph and select pick for change. This is a TreeShade command for copying and cutting the files in more flexible way. Pick for change. Then create the build folder for container. Open build folder, and here execute the change command. So at first we pick for change, now change. And you have here shortcuts for copying and moving. Just write M colon for move, but we want now to copy, so write C colon, okay. Now we have item for the paragraph, but this item need to be optional, so the end user can select as an option. So you need to modify to have the flag TS underscore OBT option. And also I need to make a dynamic list. So instead of paragraph, write ID capital letters, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here at the end we need to include displaying part for labeling. Let's name paragraph. Okay. Now we have the items. And inside the root folder, let's create the online form settings text file, which is a text file that has ts underscore key. Select this, keep the same file name, and we need the index. So for the web page, so select new index. Okay. Now right click on data to create an actual first item in the content, because here inside items it's only a list of the items to for options field, so the end user can select one of them. So here right click on data and click open bird folder. And let's create let's copy one of the items inside data. So go back, go to items, right click on paragraph, or in title, right click on the title, select pick for change, and here inside data let's change, select change, and execute this shortcut C colon. Okay. And to make dynamic list, let's change, let's get ID for this title. So let's put title here in display part. Inside the square brackets, write ID capital letters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and include ts underscore opt to make this item optional, so the end user can select from a list of options. And the options automatically connected to this file because we copy this file from there, because TreeShade automatically create a relation between the file and the original one in copying sequence. Like here, if I select this text file and select reveal original, it automatically browse here and select the item. Here I forget to remove the original relation for options, because it's important to remove the original relation. So select the files again, select the files inside items, and from TreeShade menu the copying sequence, select the remove original relation. So if you copy one of these files, the file will be original to break the sequencing chain. So the options inside items be the original of the new copy. Let's try again inside data. If we select this item and select reveal original. The same problem, so let's fabricate the relation again. Select the item and from TreeShade menu with the copying sequence, change original, and select the items that we copy it from. It's the title. Okay, that's it. Now if we select reveal original again, it select the title. Okay, that's it. Now let's open the online form. Like here, at first, the title revealed with the sub-content, the text, and here you have option to select from. You have title, you have photo, to upload, you have paragraph, and you have container. When you select container, you will have sub-content with the paragraph, because we include inside container. If you go to container, you will have dynamic list with options field, because you have this ts_opt reference to the paragraph. But let's be assured that this options field have original relation to its options. So from the copying sequence, select reveal original. See, it's go to the template folder, so it's wrong. Let's fabricate the relation here. Select the file, and from the copying sequence, change original, and select paragraph. Okay, now let's refresh again. Now we make a content management system. You have here container for sub-content, and the paragraph can also have container, etc. But we need now to connect, but before connecting, let's make icons for the options instead of this. So let's go back here and assign icon for these files. Let's go to flat icon, flaticon.com. Container, okay, it's downloaded. We have paragraph, we have title, and we have photo. Okay, now we have the icons in download. Right click on container and select from context menu for TreeShade. Select set thumbnail for the file, and here from image file, and then go to download. Here the container. See here in Adobe Bridge you have a custom thumbnail. The same thing for paragraph. Set thumbnail from image file. From download, select the paragraph icon, and the same for photo. Set thumbnail from image file. Download photo, and the last one, title. Set thumbnail from image file. Download title. Now if we refresh, you have icons for these content management system. So you can select paragraph, photo, now what we need is to connect the content to the index text file. So let's go here inside the project folder, CMD. Let's open index.html. And here in main, we need to place the list of items inside data. So we have inside data content. We want to place all items here that start with capital letters ID. So let's write TS tag, TreeShade tag. Okay, inside TreeShade tag we want to place, so write a place here at the end of the tag, only tag without closing, and here write the relative path /data, and inside data place all text files that start with capital letters ID +, and let's make separator between these text files. So write separator, a new line, or no need for separator because HTML page don't ignore the white spaces. Now this tag will place all the content of the text files that start with ID inside data folder. Let's save. Now the online form is completed, so you can open the web page. Here it's empty now, so it's supposed to be empty because we already have item here, title, but this title have no bird folder, so it's empty. Anyway, let's write title here, the main title. Let's add paragraph, this paragraph is modified and a new one. Let's add photo. Let's upload a new photo. And let's update. Now you have the content. If we open the web page preview on the right, you will have the main title, the paragraph, and photo. And you can include sub-content, like let's duplicate here the photo just to use for new item. And now let's select container. Inside this container, let's select paragraph, let's select title, let's name subtitle, and here let's make paragraph, new paragraph for the subtitle. Okay, let's update. The main title, some text, let's open the page. Let's view page source. We have problem here. So here inside data, you will have the dynamic list created for the items. Here we have the container. Let's see its content. The container, we didn't set the container rendering structure. So let's go back to items, and here what we want inside container is to place all the dynamic list inside the folder container. So we want to place all the text files that start with ID. Actually, the same tag for the we used inside the index.html, where we place all the dynamic list that start with ID capital letters. So we can just copy this and here inside container, double click no for opening bird folder to edit the text file. And here we need to change the data for more general form. Just write fn file name, because despite the name of the bird text file, we need its bird folder that has the same name, file name. And let's put all this inside the div. Okay. So now this container, let's copy the same structure to use in our created container here, just to correct the error. Here this container must has this structure. Okay. Now let's refresh. See, now we have some content. If we refresh, instead of some text, you will have subtitle and paragraph. For the subtitle, it's same heading 1. To make in a new level, you can use variable. You will find in main.js at the beginning of the file. You have variables you can use, and what we want here, file level, the nesting level of the file. You can abbreviate to FL. So for title, here instead of H1 you can write H file level to include the file level instead of 1. Where we have title here in the main, and we have in inside container we have another subtitle. File level. And let's modify the main options list. So inside items, let's modify the rendering file of the title. File level. Okay. Now let's refresh. See, if we refresh the source, you will have here heading 1, H1, and here heading 2. So now the title inside the container will have lower level automatically because it's sub content. Okay, that's it. Now, depending on the same structure, you can modify if there is an error in the files. You can select a list of files and automatically overwrite at once. No need to modify one by one, but we will talk about that in coming sessions. For now, we have these 4 items: container, paragraph, photo, and title. But for my documentation for TreeShade, see what I have. Inside main here, inside items, I have all these items: chunk for list, code, figure, icon, indent bar, link, list, logo, markdown, and I have item just to write markdown as content, page, a whole new page, a paragraph, here sub content for labeling it, especially titles, and here you have title. And I showed you example at the beginning of this session. Here I have all these items, as you can see. Here the indent bar, here the markup, I mean markdown. So here you can write title, etc. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and don't hesitate to ask any question about installing or about using. If you have a project need a specific solution, we can make a workshop together to figure out how to solve. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.